the basics introduction of CIM, and then we'll see the importance of automation in the CIM environment. So as all we know, what is CIM? So CIM stands for Computer Integrated Manufacturing, and it is a new emerging concept, which is a concept of totally automated factory. Now, in the CIM environment, what we are expecting is that if the factory will be totally automated. So here, in case of a totally automated factory, our focus will be all these segments of the organization or all these segments of the factory. Means here we are talking about the automation in design, manufacturing, as well as we are adding all the business related activities concerned with that particular firm or industry, and our aim is now to automate all these activities at the same time to make a use of integration, and that is called as a concept of totally integrated factory. And when you talk about the total integration and automation, then automation plays an important role. As we know that in case of manufacturing, what happens earlier we were using manual methods. Then it has been certain modified with semi-automatic and automatic machines. Then further development has taken place with the MC and CNC, and then further island of automations has evolved a new way by introducing a flexible automation, and then we achieved the high island of automations in terms of attaining a flexible automation and all. And now the evolving concept has been introduced, that is totally automated factory, that is a CIM, that is computer integrated manufacturing. And the first important role played in CIM is the automation. Now we must know first what is automation and what are the distinct types of automation, or how we can categorize this automation and how it can be implemented to various types of a production system. So automation, so basically it is concerned with the application of a technology. So what is automation? So automation it can be defined as a technology concerned with the application of mechanical, electronics and computer based system in order to control and operate the production. Because why? Being a mechanical people, our focus will be more on a production system, and that's why what we'll say that the potential applications of mechanical, electronics and computer based system in order to control the production, that can be defined as a automation in production. And if you say the automation, so there are three distinct types of automation. Those can be given. So the very first one is fixed automation. Second is called as a programmable automation, and third one is called as a flexible automation. So these are the three distinct types of automation. Now one has to first understand, when I need to implement this type of production to my production system, then I must know the what kind of production system is available. Because for any production system, I cannot say make use of fixed automation, or make use of programmable, or make use of flexible, or you can use all the types of automation. No, that is not possible, because out of these three distinct types, any one type can be implemented. But to implement which is proper one, or to select the proper type of automation, first you will have to understand the types of production. Types of production. Now we have the brief accountability of various types of production and the layouts which are affected. So you can say broadly, you can classify the production system as a low volume. Low volume. So you can say 1 to 100 units annually. Then second, you can say medium volume. Medium volume production, where you can say 100 to 10,000 to millions or lakhs of units that can be produced annually. So these are the three distinct types of a production system that we can use, that is low volume, medium volume and high volume. Now here we'll have to first understand if you are using a low volume of production, so the number of units to be produced may be 1 to 100 annually. So it is not compulsory that you can have the more quantity of the product to be produced. And such a industries, example, you have a numerous example. If you can take the example of shipbuilding, so hardly you may find during a period of year that industry is making a one ship only. Or you can say aircraft industries. So the number of products are less. Okay. Now in such a production systems, you may find the level also affect. What if you talk about the shipbuilding industry, then all the you can say your infra should be transferred to the shore, and there itself you have to build a ship. It is not possible for us to build a ship somewhere in Hyderabad and then it is to be transported to the seashore. No, it is to be built at the seashore only. So your all the facilities should be transferred there. So your layout should be affected in that case. Second example, if you say medium volume, so here mostly the role plays of a batch production. You might are aware about the batch mode of production, and the best example of such a kind of a production system is your medium volume production. Now, in medium volume production, the best example of medium volume production is the batch production. Now, why batches we are producing? Because there are certain products for which the production rate is very high, but consumption rate is low, and because of that, such a products are produced in batches. So you can take best example of your pharma products, so pharmaceutical products, that is your medicines, as well as you can take your food products, because these are all the perishable items for which the certain durations will be defined as a life of the product, and it is to be used within that period only. So that's why you cannot produce in high quantity. So that is called as a medium volume production. So again, your layout should be affected. You can have the job shop type of layout in that cases. And third example of a production is a high volume where you need a continuous production. So the example of such a type of production are, you can take the manufacturing of a steel. Now you need to produce continuously, because here we need an uninterrupted production continuously 24 by 7, because whatever you produce all is demanding. So oil refineries as well as steel industries, or you can say production of metals, those come under this category wherein you need a continuous production. One more example you can consider for high volume is like a power plant. So power plant here, so generation of electricity you need it continuous because uninterrupted. So in such a cases now the production should not be stopped and it should not be interrupted. And that's why, depending on these types of a production system, you can select a distinct or suitable type of automation. Now, we'll again come across the automation. So, the very first we have mentioned fixed automation. Now, fixed automation means what? So, in case of fixed automation, all the sequence of your processing operations will remain unchanged. Means you cannot alter the sequence of your processing operation, that should be fixed. That is called as fixed automation. And in case of such a type of automation, you may find that you cannot go for high level. So now we got what is a fixed automation. So where all the sequence of a processing operations cannot be changed. And in other words, we can say it is a rigid type of automation. Okay. And another type of automation is a programmable automation. Now programmable automation is here at any instant of a time you can alter or change the sequence of processing operation. That is what is called as a programmable operation. And now what are the best examples? So the best example of programmable automation is your LC or CNC machine. So wherein you know that you can alter or change the program, and the machine will be operated as per the change program or change instruction. That is the programmable automation. And third distinct type we have mentioned over here, that is a flexible automation. Now it is the extension for a programmable automation. So here also in case of flexible automation, you can change or alter the sequence of your processing steps. At the same time, you can change the physical setup also, and it will facilitate for the rapid changeover in physical setup also. Now if you understand these three distinct types of automation, and if you have taken into account this type of our production system, then definitely you will find the answer that fixed automation is suitable when high volume of production is. Why? Because in high volume of production, you need not to alter any changes, and you need not to alter any type of product. Only you have to go on producing it continuously, and our aim is to produce higher and higher quantities. Okay. So in that case, your fixed automation is more suitable. When you talk about the programmable automation, then your programmable automation can be used in case of your medium volume product. Why? Because here we are having a less quantity and more variety of the product. Because in high volume of production, we are stick to quantity only, where in medium volume we will go on variety rather than quantity. So then you can make use of programmable automation and flexible automation, so that can be implemented when your production is a low volume production. Why? Because in case of low volume, you may find the number of quantities are very less. It may be one or two or three quantity annually of that particular product, and whatever the quantity of product which you have produced at once may not be repeated. So just like if you consider the example of manufacturing of a turbine, so those can be manufactured as per the capacity. Some power plant is erected having a capacity of 500 megawatts, so you need to manufacture the turbine which will develop the power of 500 megawatts. Another plant may go for 600 or 250 or 400. So hardly you may find your product will be repeated in such cases. So in such cases, you can make use of this flexible type of automation. So this is how the production system and automation goes with one another. And another factor which is important in case of these types of automation, that is the product variety and product quantity. So you may find that if we are using this fixed automation, programmable automation, or flexible automation, so if I will say this is a product quantity, I can say Q, and this is, I will say, on y axis, this is product variety. Then you may find in case of now fixed automation, you will have the high quantity, but at the same time your variety will be reduced. So I can say this is your programmable automation. So wherein you will have less quantity, but you will have high variety. Then second, you can say this comes your flexible automation, wherein you can find your varieties will be somewhat reduced, but quantity will increase. And third is your fix. So wherein you will have the less variety and